we are exposed to the evolution of our society where everybody has the right to think differently than others. And this group gets together because of social media and the fact that nobody is checking what they say and going together in this conspiracy theory, they think they are right. I think the duty of the industry is first of all to develop top quality vaccines or pharmaceutical drug. We need to continue to do that and demonstrate to the authorities that it is the case. So all the data that we generate, we have the duty to publish it and make it available, whatever the result that have been obtained. And I also think we need, to the best we can, to collaborate with public health authorities to continue to generate additional evidence that help them to basically implement the policies. I don't think you will end up into the end of the game argument with anti-vaxxers that you can convince them that they are wrong and we are right. We need to respect the difference, but we need to do our job. And we also need to do what we believe is really the right thing to do. You need to put the best of what you know in terms of science to guess that it's going to work, but actually you don't have 100% probability of success. So you use science to guide you, but at the end, you still, when you get the result in front of you, you are nervous because you still don't know whether it's going to work.
I think if you produce a vaccine, before you even get to ship it into the markets, there are years of research on safety and efficacy. There's large-scale clinical trials, and then we start shipping. And we've shipped hundreds of millions of doses over the years. So if it was as prevalent as I read in these articles, there should be epidemics out there. There are not. I think people have a right to be informed, but they should be informed on a fact basis as opposed to a rumor basis. So it depends on the product. Do some products contain aluminium? Yes, they do. Historically, did some products contain thimerosal, which is some base of mercury, as a stabilizer? Yes, they did. However, large-scale safety studies have shown no ill effects, and they've shown no links with anything like the classic vaccines are linked to autism. Not only was it debunked once, but a recent study, scientific study with 90,000, if I remember correctly, subjects, has proven it to be completely false. I think if you're a parent and you have to make a vaccination decision, you should get as well informed as you possibly can. If you don't trust the government, then get online and don't just look at the anti-vax stuff online. Look at scientific, fact-based material online as well, and then you have a decision to make.
Where is the scientific fact-based?
I think you have to look.
WebMD or what?
I think you could look at a WebMD, you could look at, it's a government website, because you could look at CDC type websites. There are other resources out there, and maybe offline I can provide you some, but there are other resources out there. The fact is when you do a web search, the really controversial, scary stuff will be what pops up first, no matter what you search for.
What can you do against that? You as a company?
Us as a company, it's difficult for us as a company because we're seen to have a conflict of interest, right? If vaccines demand increase, vaccine sales increase, and therefore commercially we do better than where we are today. That's why we really need to rely on government institutes, universities, and people like yourself to get the message out to counterbalance some of the quite inflammatory, non-fact-based stuff that's in the market.